We have 100% been here before. There's nothing new about this season. In fact, the only thing new about this season is that there's absolutely no excuses. Brother, we've not gotten one red card this whole season. We've not gotten. How many penalties have we even conceded? I can't remember when last or if we ever gave away a penalty this whole season, right? Um, yeah, we've had injuries just like anyone else. All right. City don't have Diaz. City don't have Gvadio. Do you get what I'm saying? Who else do they not have? City have injuries. But the point is they've got a squad. We, at the start of the season, we're talking about how we've got a two-man squad. Kepa Faraya, we thought that was a nice whatever it is. But from a pattern's point of view, it is. Ben White, Timber, Saliba, Mosquera, we all said they were A. Nkapie Gabriel, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly, Zubimendi, Norgard, Merino, Rice, Eze, Odegaard, Saka, Madueke, Gyökeres, Havas, Trossard, Martinelli. We all said this squad was, and we even have Waneri that our squad was so full that we sent Waneri on loan. To the point where we even have Max Dowman coming, so there's no injuries excuse this season. If injuries was supposed to be an excuse, then we shouldn't have all acted as if our squad was really great. So I'm not even hearing that. What other excuse have we used? Because all the excuses we've used in previous years of bottling have been injuries and PGMOL. Well, guess what? We've not had any PGMOL issue this season. We've not had any injuries this season. And on top of that, we've employed more people in the coaching staff. And also, our fixtures have been favorable in terms of we did a lot of hard fixtures in the beginning and now we have a sexy, easy run to the end of the season. What excuse could we possibly have, bruv? There's no excuses. If we don't win it this year, especially because now this manager has had even one more year of experience. Arteta, this is you. Your legacy, if this season doesn't end in silverware, your legacy is one of not getting over the line, one of bottling. And you might as well go elsewhere. Probably not the Prem. You might as well go elsewhere and do great things, is what it is. But bro, the Arsenal are too big an institution for you to use us as a guinea pig, right? This club is too big. If you went to Everton, because, hey, you love Everton for some reason. If you did all this at Everton, you'd probably have a statue, bruv. You'd probably be a legend. Coming second 4 times in a row. Do you get what I'm saying? Getting to the Champions League semi-final. Hopefully we even make it to the final. Whatever. You'd be an Everton legend. But at the Arsenal, it's not enough. The fan base is too big. We are too bodacious. We are everywhere. We make too much noise. We have too much faith. We have too much emotionalism. And we have the longest gal. You can't. This is not enough for us, bro. This is not enough. We need more than this. Which is why Kroenke is, bruv, you're probably not going to let him go because, let me guess, he'll probably justify why this has been a better season. Because I bought into that as well. That under Arteta, we've progressively had better seasons every season, right? This season, if we make it to the Champions League final, that's already better than last season. This season, if we come second based on goal difference and possibly even more points that we had last season, yeah, that's already better than our performance in the Prem last year. Figuratively, factually, statistically, the seasons under this manager have been better. But brother, this club is too big. This club is too big for us to not have had any trophies. This club is too big for us to keep doing this, bro. Yesterday's game against Man City, for what it's worth, it was a good game. We actually made a good account of ourselves. We were winning our duels. We were creating chances. We were getting in good positions. We were nullifying their attacks. But guess what? When it counts, the small margins, and the margins are things that you cannot statistically and data-drivenly account for, bro. Because nobody could have seen what Turkey did. There's no way you could have predicted that Turkey was going to do what Turkey did. That Turkey goal was a moment of brilliance that there's nobody on our team that has the jinx, that has the jinking with jinx to do that, bro. And you need that. We need that. Every successful team has players that do some outstanding stuff. And then they have two things here. They have players that do outstanding stuff, and they have clinical players. The difference between Haaland and Havertz yesterday Haaland missed a chance as well. Haaland had 2 chances, he scored 1. Havertz had 3 chances, he scored 1. Are we even counting the Donnarumma mistake? That's not a chance. No, no. Havertz had 2 chances and he scored none. Haaland had 2 chances and he scored 1. Yes, Havertz did a lot of good. Hey, listen, I'm a fan of Havertz, especially when compared to Gyökeres. In a way where Gyökeres, I guess maybe this team is just not designed for him, because this team, with Gyökeres, you just need him to be in a team where they feed the ball to him in a position where all he has to do is just finish. If you just put Gyökeres in a team where all he has to do is finish, he's a shooter. Gyökeres in them have his chances, he's probably scoring them. But guess what? So far, he's not proven or shown that he can even get in those chances. He can even be in a position to get those chances. He never wins anything. He never wins no duels. His passing ain't the best. He doesn't link people together. So fair enough. Overall, he's a net negative, right? Because yeah, he's got the most goals for us. But bruv, he's gotten the most goals for us, but our position and our achievements is literally the same as last year. Second and semi-final. Same thing this year. Second and semi-final. So obviously, it's been a great season by different club standards, but not the standard of the Arsenal, bro. The fan base is too big. You can't give us this kind of shit. And but hey, I'm a fan. I'm going to stay behind the team. I'm going to stay supporting, because what else am I supposed to do? What? Am I supposed to just say, fuck it? Nah, bro. Because in case we win, because we can still win it all, bro. We can still win them both. We can still win the champs. We can still win the Prem. And I would love my team to do it. But looking factually at the facts, over the last couple years since this guy has had his squad, since this guy has had his team, we don't have. How can our defenders be our outright clear-cut superstars, bro? Saka still has and always has to keep being debated. Saka's quality has to keep being debated. Odegaard was a maverick before. He was doing some special stuff. I don't know, injuries, being a dad. Hey, he's not a dull guy. But Odegaard still created 2 chances, I think, yesterday. So from a statistical point of view, data-driven point of view, repeatability and probabilistically, the team works. This is why we'll always be in the title race under this manager. This is why we'll always go far in the Champions League under this manager. Because his way of football works. But it doesn't work 100% of the time. It works 99% of the time. If City win this Premier League, it's not because they did well in the Premier League. It's because we bottled it. I've never been one to accept that term of bottle. But this is it. This is what bottling is. Bottling is you do all the work. And it's a case where it is worth being mocked for, right? Before I saw it as a case where how can you mock me for getting to a Champions League semi-final and call me a bottler? How can you mock me for being in the title race and call me a bottler? It is apt, because bottling means you've got into the finish line. You're almost about to get to the finish line and then you choke. You're almost about to get there to finish the job and then you choke. From the recruitment, bro, almost like man just recruits a bunch of robots to fit his patterns and all this. This is why they all sound the same in their press conferences. They always know why we lost. They always know why we lost. Every game, they know why we lost every game. Because what? They didn't do the things, the blah, 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 blah. But brother, there's things in football that's here. That's here. You can't be robotic throughout the thing, bro. We don't have any quality dribblers. What, Trossard? We don't have what Cherky is. And Haaland being a clinical person, we don't have that. Our most clinical person is what? Gyökeres. But Gyökeres always loses his battles, fam. Especially when it matters throughout the season. But hey, see, Gyökeres is new to the team. Maybe from next season, he'll be better for us, because I don't think he's going anywhere. Because that guy is a branding cash cow. If he does the business for us, bro, this celebration is going platinum, right? Social media as club. Fair enough. We're the best social media run club. Whatever that means. Whatever that's good for. But it just sucks We turn up game up, but as I say, I'm a fan. I'm not gonna stop supporting the boys. I'm not gonna stop supporting the team. I'm gonna keep believing that we can do the business. But in the summer, it's gonna suck if we actually end this. Because how can we go from quadruple shouts to now leaving with nothing? Nothing. And City might actually do a domestic treble because City look like they've clicked into gear. So we can't even for once even imagine that they'll do us any favors. We better not. We can't even start to think they could do us any favors because why would you even do that to yourself? They're not doing us any favor. They don't look like they're losing or drawing any game anytime soon. They don't look like they're about to run out of goals. And this is why I believe we probably because we've been here before. We've been here before. City are not losing any more games to the end of the season. We've been here. Liverpool have been here. Once they just click, because that's all they needed, and now they've clicked. They're not losing any games to the end of the season. So hopefully we can win the rest of our games because now it's not even just about winning the rest of our games. It's about winning the rest of our games and scoring a lot of goals. And I can already see Mikel Arteta talking about, you see, we lost it just on goal difference. And it will not just be here. Nah. As a strategy, putting this club behind Mikel Arteta, it's not worked out. And if it doesn't work out this year, next season will be the season where he has no support from the fans. I don't imagine that there will be a lot more people because I actually truly believe, because when I said he's got 2 more seasons, that was me thinking he's got 2 more seasons before the whole world is against him. I think next season will probably be his last season to deliver something. But bro, you can't put the whole fan base across the world do this shit over and over again and expect that we're still going to be behind you as much as we have done. So if you bottle it this season and we win nothing, and then next season, don't come and start asking us to turn up for you, bro. Because the fans have turned up. The fans have done their bit. But you need to give them some. Because guess what? If we keep losing and you keep expecting us to back the boys, the support won't come from here. The support will probably come from here because maybe there'll be people that you've paid to go there and do some fun stuff. But it's not coming from here. Nobody's going to really believe. If we couldn't do it this season, where it looked like there was no PGMOL against us, and we had a fit squad, we had a good squad, there's no weak link. We all said this. We all said this when we were doing not conceding any shots on target. We all said this squad is incredible. We all said this defense is the best in the league. We all said what we said. So we're not going back on what we said because it remains true. Because everybody in our squad, every other team in the world will take our players, bro, except maybe Trossard. Every other team in the world will be happy to have David Raya, even as a backup. Everybody in the world will be happy to have Timber. Everybody in the world will be happy to have Saliba Gabriel. Everybody in the world will be happy to have Hinkapie. Everybody in the world will be happy to have Zubimendi and Declan Rice. And Eze, bro, there's no team in the world that will not take any of our players, bro. Everybody in the world will be happy to have Max Dowman and Lewis Skelly and Waneri, bro. Even I saw that PSG are in for Martinelli. Brother, Arteta, this might just be your legacy, bro. This might just be your legacy, and it just is what it is. You win some, you lose some. You've done great, but this club is just too big to be at your mercy. The club is too big, bro. The club is just too big. Anyway, these are my thoughts on the game and the state, more like the state of the club. So it is what it is. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully we do it. If we don't, we go again because it's the club we support. We don't support the man. We support the club and not the man.